I have gotten into the habit now, at least past few days I have, of like watching a lot of Chinese content. So every morning I'll be watching something in Mandarin. Usually throughout the day I'll watch something in Mandarin, and it's been really good actually. I've really been enjoying it. And it reminds me in a lot of ways of the whole comprehensive input stuff that I talked a little bit about coming out of Langfest. Like comprehensible input and how to apply that in classrooms. I think we spent a good chunk in the beginning talking about it, and I think most people will probably be like, what are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Well, Dr. Krashen talked about comprehensible input. The only one way to get language acquisition is when we are presented to an input, that is what we receive, either reading or listening, that we understand. Usually it's a little bit harder, so we're not bored by it, and it makes it work, but we understand, and it is compelling. It gives us pleasure or curiosity, so that our mind keeps working, so we get to learn it. And I do apply all that into my teaching. One of the things that I believe as a teacher is that the best asset you can bring to the class, it's you.
It's reminding me a lot of that because, well, what happens is that I'll watch Mandarin content that to me is very interesting, right? I don't always understand everything. As a matter of fact, I probably only understand, 50-ish%, probably 40% of what's being said. And then I understand 60 to 70% of the video just because of context. So overall, 40% of the words, 60, 70% of the whole video. So with the 60% understanding the video, I can still watch it and enjoy it. Right, and especially like this one here, Happy Chinese, is the subtitles, so like if I don't know, I'll just look, right? So, and I'll watch the same things a couple times over sometimes to like get that repetition. But anyway, it's just, I've just noticed that it feels right for some reason. I feel like this is gonna, so far I feel like this is really improving my Mandarin, because what it's doing is I will, how do I put it? I find myself learning things that, yeah, learning a bunch of new vocabulary and new things, and I kind of store it away in my brain, and sometimes I'll write it down, and yeah, so it's working pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with how with this new habit that I have. ¿Qué vas a hacer hoy día?
Trabajar.
Sí.
Would I just say trabajar?
You could. That means like well, how do you say I'm gonna work? Let's start with that. How do you say I'm gonna work? I'm going to work. Yo voy.
Voy a trabajar. Do I? I don't.
Trabajar, sí, voy a trabajar.
Voy a trabajar.
Así. Qué bien. So we left off. Actually, let's go through what we did so far. See if you remember. So si el ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza. ¿Qué significa?
At the rhythm, moving your head.
Sí. Estamos rompiendo. We are breaking. Entonces, ¿cómo se dice? No, we are eating.
Estamos what was it? Comiendo?
Sí, estamos comiendo. What about we are, what else do you know? You know, learning.
Estamos.
Or we are learning Spanish. We're learning Spanish. Let's do that. We're learning Spanish.
Does Spanish go at the end?
Yes, sí.
Estamos aprendiendo.
Sí.
Español.
Awesome. Now, let's do practice with some of these words in the song. Okay. ¿Dónde estás ahora? Ahora is a new word. Wait, hang on. Now. Okay. ¿Dónde estás ahora?
Ooh, I like the word now.
Yeah? Nice. ¿Dónde estás? Hey y'all, plan for today is relatively similar to yesterday's plan. I'm gonna basically do a Mandarin audio right now. We're gonna do a quick rant in English, French, and Spanish, and then we'll kind of wrap it up there. So stay tuned. I noticed something about my personality. I am someone who needs change. I'm someone who, if I do the same thing every day for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, eventually at some point, I'm gonna need to switch things up. Otherwise, I get kind of bored, it gets kind of annoying, and it actually ruins my mood. So interestingly, I've noticed roughly, it depends on the month, but I've noticed that about 4 to 6 days a month, something like that, 4 to 6 days a month, I feel stressed for no particularly good reason. Like, I just feel kind of stressed. I think there's some people who have similar personality types to me who need that level of change. They need things kind of switching up. And when you're studying whatever language you're studying, if you have that in your personality, I think there's value to basically going every now and then as needed to completely change your strategy. Switch up how you're learning whatever language you're learning. Like, flip it on its head. Do that. It'll give you energy. It'll give you more motivation if you are a similar personality type to me, because it'll be exciting. It'll be new. And for a lot of people, not everyone, but I think there's people have different personality types. But myself, for example, when something's new, I'm very excited in the initial phases, and then I get less excited as time goes on. And so when I get less excited, I get less motivated. So what I've noticed, I'm starting to notice this now, I need to keep switching things up for myself, working towards the same goals, but consistently changing a lot, not all the strategies, because a lot of things are working, and so I'll keep them, but I'll make sure I'm adding new things, twisting things here and there, tweaking things, etc., because it makes me feel excited and re-motivates me to keep working. So something to think about for your language learning journey, I guess we can say. So. Oh, I don't see you. I see something white. Like it looks like a wall. Ah, there we go. The sticker. Salut! Ça va?
Salut.
Où es-tu?
Ça va bien. Je marche.
Tu marches? Non, en fait, parce que si tu dis en français, I'll explain this in English. If you say, j'aime à enseigner. If you were to translate it literally, you've literally said, I like to teach.
Okay.
Because enseigner, oops, oh no, that's a weird typo. Enseigner means to teach.
Okay.
So if you say j'aime à enseigner, j'aime means I like, as to, enseigner is to teach.
Okay.
So, no, you just say j'aime enseigner.
Okay.
Como te llamas, como me llamo AZREN, de dónde eres, ¿no? Como el chino, el mandarino muy básico.
Yo empecé también con portugués con ese
¿Sí?
temprano, más temprano.
¿Tú enseñas portugués?
No, estoy pensándolo y
你好。
你好，
你怎么样？
我很好。
你很好。非常好。How's your day?
It was awesome. How was yours?
Awesome. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. What made your day awesome?
Well, I'm still here.
Well, that's
It was
start.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, what'd you do today?